And if you're looking for a movie to watch this weekend, you may want to try 300 Rise of an Empire, but we got to have a disclaimer, that's if you're of age. Here to give us a scoop is USC film student Brandon Davis. Brandon, thank you for coming back another weekend,
Thank you for having me.
Now, Brandon, at midnight you went to see this movie. So what can you tell us about this movie?
It's been a long time coming, you know.
Right.
The first one came out 7 years ago, and I was excited about this movie, right? You know, it looks awesome. I loved the first one, so I went out. I had to find a video store that had a huge selection. You know, I couldn't go to Walmart, so I went to this store called Scratch and Spin. This guy's got everything.
Okay.
So he had a copy of it. I watched it. I got ready, and you know, when I watched the sequel, I thought it was a sequel just to make a sequel. To be honest with you, yeah.
Okay. So I remember seeing 300, the first movie with Gerald Butler was in it back in 2007, and there was a part towards the end of it that kind of was not like a cliffhanger, but you knew there would be a sequel. Do you think it picked right back up?
Well, it started as a prequel, then about halfway through, everything from the original happened, and then it went into a sequel. You know, it kind of added a whole nother layer of story to the first one, and in a very interesting way. But it just seemed forced almost. You know, I think that the success of the first one led to this one, which was originally supposed to come out a year ago, but I think it was going to open against Man of Steel, and that wouldn't have been good for it. So they pushed it back this far, which won't hurt it too much. I think it's going to have a great box office, but
it should be pretty cool. Now, noticing even through the trailer, plenty of graphics, lots of it. So should this movie be seen in 3D or not?
Yes, I think that had I seen it in 3D, I would have enjoyed it a lot more. I think that a lot of like the blood and all the violence and the fight scenes, some of the choreography was amazing, and I think seeing that in 3D would have made it really awesome. I kind of wish that I did wait till there was a later showing, like an hour later. Had I waited to see it, I could have seen it in 3D, but I was there at the time for the regular.
So do you think that it just, not I want to say justice, but do you think that the movie really accomplished what it was supposed to accomplish as a sequel, or no?
Well, it seems like it's following the steps of like the Hobbit movies, where it started off, I was only in it really watching the action, and there wasn't much character development. Then at the end it got better, and then it peaked and it ended. So it seems like there's going to be one more. I don't want to give anything away, but it really, as it's drawn you in, it gets better and better, and then it just leaves you hanging.
So how long is this movie? We're talking about an hour and a half, 2 hours?
A little less than 2 hours. I'd say it was about an hour, 45 minutes probably, which I think is perfect length, you know. Okay,
that's not bad. Now, Gerald Butler was in the first one, 300, that was released back in 2007. Was he in this one, or do we have reoccurring folks?
Well, the only time you see Gerald Butler is clips that were completely taken from the first one as almost like a recap, like a reminder. There was a couple characters who recurred their role, got their role back, and it was fun to see them. It's always fun to see recurring characters in movies like this, but it's a lot of new characters. I think Eva Green left a really memorable performance on the screen as the main villain, and which you don't really say that often about female villains, but I think that she was probably the best part of the movie.
That's really good. So who should go watch this movie? Family or not?
Not family. No way family. I mean, this had some very intense violence and all sorts of scenes that you don't want the kids to see, for sure. They ID'd me when I went, and rightfully so.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is understandable, because with certain movies now that you just figure, oh, okay, it's nice graphics, it'll be fine. But even watching the trailer that we showed there, courtesy on YouTube, there were certain parts I had to kind of cut off so we wouldn't show it on the
this
air.
one right out of the gate doesn't hold anything back. It's not one for the kids at all.
Okay, I see. Well, all right, Brandon Davis, thank you so much for that. 300, Rise of an Empire, folks. It is now officially in the theaters. Brandon here went at midnight to watch it. Were there a lot of people, by the way, at midnight?
More than last week, more than when I went to see nonstop. Probably about 3/4 of the seats were full. I'd say 75%. Pretty good turnout for a movie like.
I tried to do that one time. I remember when Twilight came out, we actually all went to see the midnight viewing. I was like, I'm not gonna do that anymore.
Yeah, nowadays it's like the Hunger Games, Twilight, and Marvel movies get all the packed out midnight movies. I'm a Marvel freak.
Oh yeah, Avengers 2, by the way.
I can't wait.
Yeah, can't wait for
Captain America right around the corner.
Absolutely right.
They're doing big things over at Marvel. I can't wait to see what they have in store down the road.
My kind of guy. Ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Davis, USC film student. Thank you so much, Brandon, for coming this morning, telling us a little about this review. And you can catch Brandon here every Friday on Good Day Columbia as he talks about the different movies you can think about watching.